Good afternoon, everybody. So yesterday we have discussed about the excretory system. Yesterday we have discussed about the excretory system. What is excretion? What are the excretory organs? And what are the different parts of the human excretory system? So let's revise once again in brief what we have studied yesterday. And I know you all can answer very well. Okay. So the first question is that name the organ which remove unwanted and toxic substances from the body. So what is that name? Which term we use for that organ? Very good. Excretory organ. Yes. That is called as what is excretory organ. Now the next is that the process of removal of unwanted and harmful metabolic waste substances is called what? Is called, very good, excretion. Yes. So excretion is the process of removal of unwanted and harmful metabolic waste substances. Yes. And which vitamins also and extra salts also. Yes. So bile pigment means what? It gives which color to the urine? Bile pigments? Bile pigments, correct. Bile pigments give yellowish taste to the I told you which are the vitamins. So which are the vitamins? Vitamins, yes, vitamins A, D, E, K. Vitamins A, D, E, K. They are what? They are the fat soluble vitamins. Okay. And water soluble vitamins. Which are the water soluble vitamins? Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Yes. Vitamin B and vitamin C are water soluble vitamins. Then we discuss about the excretory system. In the excretory system, how many kidneys are there? 2. Yes, 2 kidneys are there. What is the shape of the kidney? Correct. Bean shaped. And what is the color of the kidney? Reddish brown. Yes. And which kidney is located slightly lower than the other one? So right and left. Correct. The right kidney is located what? The right kidney is located slightly lower than the left one. So I explained yesterday. And why the right one is slightly lower than the left one? Yes, to accommodate the liver. Here, because right side is what? Right side liver is present. So to give the place to liver, the right kidney is slightly lower than the left one. Yes? And then from the kidney, 2 tube-like structures comes out. These tube-like structures are called what? These tube-like structures are called as ureters. Yes? And these two tube-like structures end where? In the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is what? It's a bag-like structure situated where? In the lower abdomen. From the urinary bladder, the single tube called as urethra. And this urethra is longer in males and shorter where? In the females. Okay. Then the structure of kidney we discussed that the outer darker region of each kidney is called cortex and the inner darker region of each kidney is called as what? Medulla. And the medulla drains the urine where? In the renal pelvis, and from the renal pelvis it comes where? Yes, from the renal pelvis it comes to the water, collecting dust. Collecting dust open into the renal pelvis, and from the renal pelvis it goes to the ureter, then from the ureter to the urinary bladder, and then from the ureter, yes, to the urethra, and then outside of the body. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss the accessory excretory organs. Means besides these kidneys, some organs are present in our body that also help in excretion. So which are these organs? These organs are skin, lungs, liver, salivary glands. Yeah? They are what? They are the excretory accessory excretory organs. Means they are not main excretory organs, but still they help in the excretion. They help in the removal of unwanted substances from the body. So besides kidney, some other organs also help in the removal of waste products. Okay, and they are called as what? They are called as accessory excretory organs. In human beings, the skin, lungs, and liver are accessory roles in the excretion of water, in the process of excretion. So the major excretory function of the skin is water, production of sweat, which on evaporation from the surface of the skin causes cooling. So when sweat evaporates from the surface of the skin, it gives which effect? Heating effect or cooling effect? Yes, very good. Cooling effect. It gives water. It gives the cooling effect. Sweat is secreted by which gland? Sweat is secreted by located underneath the skin. Yeah? These glands have ducts which open on the surface of the skin. Through these ducts, what happens? Sweat comes out of the body. Yeah? Through these ducts, sweat comes out of the body, and sweat is composed of excess water, salt, and traces of urea and uric acid. So, what is the composition of sweat? Sometimes in summer you must have a water because of any reason, because of by chance or because of lot of sweating, you must have tasted the sweat. If you have not tasted, once you try, it tastes what? Salty. Why it tastes salty? Because salt is present there. Even the taste of the blood is what? Salty. It is basic in nature. Means salt is present there. So sweat is composed of excess water, salt, and traces. Traces means what? Some small amount of urea and uric acid. Yes. Then the excretory role of lungs. So carbon dioxide, you know that carbon dioxide is produced during breakdown of glucose during respiration. So when respiration takes place, then which gas comes out? Carbon dioxide gas comes out. Here. And this passes from the blood into the lungs and then exhales through the nose. Means when we breathe out, what happens? Carbon dioxide gas comes out from our body. Okay. So this way lungs play its role for the excretion of which gas? Carbon dioxide gas. Okay. Now next is the excretory role of liver. So breakdown in liver produce. Because also when we were discussing about the bile pigments, that time I discussed that in liver breakdown of amino acids takes place, and amino acids means what? Amino acid is the simplified form of protein. We take protein in our diet, and protein get digested in the simplified form, that is called amino acids. Yes? Like carbohydrates. Carbohydrates get digested in the simplified form. What is that simplified form? Glucose. Okay. Now, so urea is then carried to kidneys, from where it is excreted out in the urine. Then liver also helps in the elimination of bile pigments, extra vitamins, and many drugs. Yeah? Many drugs which get accumulated there. That is why it is advised, and that is you must have noticed, or you must have heard in your family or in your neighbor, that those who drink a lot, their liver get affected. Here, because liver is what? That drug get accumulated here, and if more amount of drug will get accumulated, then slowly it what? It damages the liver. So those who drink a lot, their liver slowly gets damaged. Okay? So this all is about the accessory excretory organs. Now I'm going to discuss is osmoregulation. What is osmoregulation? When you have to define in one line, then you can define that regulation of water and salt content is called osmoregulation. Yes? It is given very clearly. You can in the body is called osmoregulation. So how will you write? How will you say the definition of osmoregulation? The process of, you will start with this nice word. The process of regulation of water. You can add these words. You can write these words in the book also. The process of regulation of water and salt content in the body is called osmoregulation. Okay. So now let's come to the explanation. Besides removing urea and uric acid from the body, the kidneys also help in maintaining water and salt concentration in the body, in the kidney. Here. And this process is called as water. This process is called as osmoregulation. So during summer, during summer, we urinate a little bit water also, then also you have to go for urination. And what is urination? We have discussed the process of removal of urine from our body to the outside is called urination. Yeah. So what happens in winter when you drink little amount of water also, then also you have to go for urination. So, but in winter this happens. But what about the summer? Concentrated also. The reason being that in summer we lose much water through sweat. Okay, what is the reason? So if the question is that why we urinate fewer times than in winter and the urine pass is usually more concentrated, your answer will be what? We lose much water through sweating in winter. Okay? Sorry, in summer. So in summer, your answer will be, you can write from here, in summer we lose of the urinary system. So we have discussed what is excretion, what are the excretory organs, and what are the different parts of the excretory organs, what are the accessory excretory organs, what is osmoregulation. So of course now we should discuss that what are the common disorders of the urinary system. If there is a problem, then what are the common disorders we get? So the first that is the kidney stones. These terms you must have heard. If you have not heard, no problem. But these are the common disorders of the urinary system. So the first is kidney stones. They are formed when crystal forming substances. So which are the crystal forming substances? Calcium oxalate, calcium phosphate, and uric acid are more than the fluid in urine. Yes. So when the amount of calcium oxalate, calcium phosphate, and uric acid are more than the fluid in the urine, then what happens? These chemicals start sticking together. Yes, they get sticking together and then they form a crystal. Yes. So which are the chemicals that involved in the kidney stones? What are the chemicals? Yes. First is calcium oxalate. Second one is calcium phosphate, and third one is uric acid. Yes. Now, they may be formed in any area of the excretory system and cause severe pain. Of course, they can form anywhere in the excretory system, anywhere. And when they are formed, whichever area they go of the urinary system, they causes what? Severe pain. Why? Because they block the flow of urine if they are present in the ureters, urinary bladder or urethra. Of course, ureters, urinary bladder and urethra, if they are present there, then of course they are occupying that area and they will what? They will block the flow of the urine. And very often they have to be removed surgically. If it will not be removed, then what will happen? The urine will get accumulated there. It will be there, and you know that urine is not supposed to be in the body because that urine is what? Excretory part. It carries many unwanted things that is not required in our body. So that has to be excreted out. So surgically, yes, surgically they have to be removed. Okay. It is very often to drink sufficient water each day. Why? Because when you drink sufficient water each day, Okay, then what you know the property of water. Water is what? Water is universal solvent. It has the capacity to dissolve water, dissolve each and everything. It can take time, but ultimately it dissolves the thing. So same thing happens here also. When person drinks sufficient water each day, then they what? They can prevent the formation of these crystals in one's body. So the best precaution is better than the cure. And we are the science, we are the science students, and we know this. We should know that prevention is better than cure. So why don't you take prevention? We should take prevention first, and the best prevention is what? Drink lot of water. Yes. So every day at least 3 to 4 liters of water we should drink. Now, next common disorder of the urinary system is urinary tract infection. It is an infection of any part of the urinary system. It can be in kidneys, it can be in urethra, it can be in urinary bladder or ureters. It occurs when bacteria gain entry into the urinary tract and overcomes the body's defense presented there. Yes. So when bacteria enters, you know how good bacteria are. I'm really telling you a very sarcastic way. Bacteria are not good. Yes. Some bacteria are good, but generally, like here, if bacteria will be present, then what will happen? It can cause urinary tract. So this is burning sensation. Yes, this is also. Generally, small children, they are not aware of that they should drink good amount of water. They are busy playing and this and that. So then they don't follow the instruction given by the parents or the teachers or the doctors. So they get such type of problem. So a painful and burning sensation while urinating. Yes. So when these things are happening, then please take care. Start drinking good amount of water and consult doctor. It is treated with antibiotics and can be cured within 2 to 3 days of treatment in case of mild infection. And the best way to treat this is what? Drinking good amount of water. Yes. So what are the symptoms of the urinary tract infection? The first symptom is a strong and a frequent urge to urinate, and the second symptom is painful and burning sensation while urinating. Yes. See, what is the common symptoms of the kidney stones? Yes, severe pain in the urinary system, because it can happen in any part of the urinary system. Okay. Now, next common disorder of the urinary system is diabetes. This is very common nowadays. Glucose, the amount of glucose increase. This is presence of glucose in the urine. That indicates that the person is suffering from diabetes mellitus. So this is the common type of diabetes uh, this is a common type of diabetes that the people suffer. What is that? Diabetes mellitus. This is a disease in which the sugar level in the blood is much higher than the normal level. And the normal level is what? 105 to 110. This is the normal level. But in blood test, if the level is higher than 110, if it is 120 or 130 or 160, it means that person is suffering from diabetes. Yes? So the excess sugar is excreted out through the urine, because the sugar is already present in the blood and the amount of sugar is more in the blood. That is why, yes, so that is why some good amount of sugar comes in the in the urine also, and the person is said to be what? Diabetic patient. Okay. Now, presence of blood cells. Okay, and this indicates an infection, then tumor, internal bleeding, or damage to the kidney. So when such things happen, please take care, take proper care, don't hide, tell your parents, take concern good doctor. Okay, so these are the common disorders of the urinary system. Okay, now next, kidney failure. This is also nowadays because when the person is diabetic, when the person is not taking that, when diabetic person not taking proper care of his or her health, then what happens slowly it starts damaging the kidney, and that is why kidney transplant, kidney failure, these are common things. You also know in your family this happens. So what happens if kidney fails? We will study. So sometimes two kidneys are there in our body. They are different. So sometimes what happens? One or both the kidneys may stop working properly, and this may happen if they become what? Infected, seriously injured, or damaged due to some reason. Yes. Because of any reason, if these things are happening, then one or both the kidneys may stop working properly. And a person can well manage with just one kidney. But if both fail, then what happens? The blood soon becomes loaded with urea and other waste substances. And if nothing is done in such situations, then what? The person may die also. Because kidney is playing very important role. It helps in excretion, it helps in removal of unwanted substances from the body. If all these unwanted substances will remain in the body, then the body will become water. So in such cases, kidney dialysis also occurs, and kidney transplant is another option. Okay. One of the treatments for such a person is to use a machine which filters and cleans the blood, and this process is known as water dialysis. So this diagram here, you can see the picture. This diagram is of water dialysis, and it is very painful, very very painful. I have also noticed in the neighbor, in the family, in the neighbor also they discuss about this dialysis, and in the water many books also it is written that this process is very very painful. So what is dialysis? Dialysis. So how will you write? How will you write about the dialysis? What is dialysis? You will write it. This is a treatment in which machine filters and cleans the blood. Write down all of it. Please note down in a very simplified way. I am telling you. So please note down in the book what is dialysis. It is a treatment. It is a treatment in which machine is used to filter and clean the blood. This is a treatment in which machine is used to filter and clean the blood. This is called as water dialysis. A person with complete kidney failure needs regular dialysis done in a hospital to lead a normal life. As an alternative, a patient with both kidney treatment is dialysis. Dialysis is very painful. Here it is very painful. If the patient can manage kidney, kidney, because it is not easy to get kidney. If the patient can manage kidney, then the another option is what? The second one is kidney transplant. So, as an alternative, a patient with both kidneys damaged can undergo kidney transplant from a suitable donor. If any patient can't take kidney from anyone, there is a long process through which only the doctor decides that you can take the kidney from that donor or not. The donor can live normally with one single kidney, and the recipient gets a lease of life. So if if the patient got a good donor, then donor can also live with one kidney, and the patient's life is also safe. Patient can also live on one kidney. Clear? But in that case also, both the person has to be very careful about their diet. This is very important. So diet is very important. Okay. So the conclusion is that for a healthy life, take good diet. Diet is very important. Okay. No, don't take anything in excess. Excess is always harmful. Excess of anything. You must have heard this line also. That excess of everything is very bad. Okay. And this truly, this really applies. So for our health, vitamins, non-minerals, water also. So nothing is required for our body in excess. All the things is what should be in moderate amount. Like when the simple, like in winter, if it is very cold, not good for the health. If it is very hot, which is also not good for the health. Which weather we enjoy? Moderate temperature. Neither too good nor too cold. Means neither too hot nor too cold. So moderate amount. Same thing applies with our body also. So don't take anything in excess. Take in a required in a balanced quantity. Okay. So in the next class again I'll discuss some questions. I'll ask some questions from you. Whatever I have discussed now, please go through again and again. Go through the video also again and again so that if any point you have missed,